Google Gemini just got a huge new update. They say Google Gemini, which is their most intelligent model, is getting an update before generally available. They said this is now even better at coding, reasoning, and creative writing. They said that the latest version of Gemini 2.5 Pro reflects a 24-point ELO score jump, which is maintaining its lead in LM Arena, which is a huge deal because if you remember, not too long ago, Gemini actually released a new version of Gemini 2.5 Pro, which was their 05, 08 version, and that's literally a few weeks ago. And that was already a lot better with everything going on. But now, with the ELO score of 1470, they said these ELO score is still continuing to excel at other key benchmarks, including ITER, polyglot coding, and HLE, which is a reasoning and knowledge benchmark, and GPQA, which is a science and math. And as you see, here are the actual scores when it comes to the benchmarks, when it comes to the graphs. You see that reasoning and knowledge with the humanities last exam outperforms OpenAI 03 model, the 03 high at that. As you see, even at the bottom it says preview 06, 05 version. And then you see the one with the science with the GPQA, which is with a single attempt, has beat out OpenAI's 03 again with the 86.4%, with OpenAI having a 83.3%. Then you also see the coding, the ITER polyglot, which is 82%, with 03 high being 79.6%. And it's weird how Opus 4 is still lagging behind 03 high and Gemini, but it's still cool to see that they're all in the top three, and those are the big three when it comes to the American models. And then DeepSeek R1, their 0528 model, which is the one that released a few weeks ago, is not necessarily in last place. Actually, DeepSeek R1 actually beats out Claude Opus 4 in almost all the benchmarks besides the coding one. So for reasoning and knowledge and science, DeepSeek R1 is actually better, which is interesting. We need to run another test for how good this actually is. But if you want to use this new 2.5 Pro preview model, it's available in the Google AI Studio, the Gemini app, in Google Cloud, and Vertex, of course. Here's a more in-depth graph that has more of the scores on here. But you see that Gemini 2.5 Pro doesn't beat out everyone in every benchmarks. The previous ones, they did beat out 03 mini high or 03 high, but it didn't beat out all of them in all categories. Where we see in this mathematics one, this Amy 2025, we see that Gemini 2.5 Pro got an 88, but 03 high has an 88.9. And we see that OpenAI 04 mini actually has a 92%. So it seems like OpenAI holds the lead there. And even with the live code bench, that we see that OpenAI 03 model does better than the Gemini 2.5 Pro. And that's the recent model that they just released today, as well as the 04 mini high does better. So the 04 and 03 actually outperforms 2.5 Pro in these regards. Same thing you see with the agentic coding suite bench, where we see that at the highest end, Gemini 2.5 Pro has the 67%, but we see OpenAI 03 has 69%, and then 04 mini has 68%. So we see that 03 and 04 mini still beating out, but it's still impressive because we see that Gemini 2.5 Pro is doing really good, as well as DeepSeek R1 came out and really stole the show like a week ago. But it's also impressive to see what's happening here, because I think a lot of these updates are Gemini, DeepSeek. They're doing more post-training and continuously training on the model with more data, so that they can, just supercharge the model with more recent, longer time marks of training, and maybe with better user inputs from the community, from us. So it seems like you may not always need a new version. You may not need how ChatGPT has 03. You may not need a 04, 05. You may just need 03 post-trained to reach the same type of levels as some of these numbered models. So I think that's a cool idea, that these things are going to keep on getting better and better over time as they keep on getting trained. I would be interested to see how far does it actually go. Does it have some type of cap or limit? But tell me what you think. Do you think that this is a really cool upgrade to Gemini 2.5 Pro? Or you're like, same old, right? I will probably be doing a demo on Gemini 2.5 Pro. I may even do it against DeepSeek in 03. If you like that, you should definitely comment down below, do a head-to-head comparison, and test it out for a review. But tell me what you think. If you want to keep up with the latest and greatest AI news, you should definitely like and subscribe. With that being said, your boy Dex Not Dexter out.